My throat still really hurts. But I feel like there's also some other things I need to talk about, which is types of housemates. I have no idea. I don't think it should be up to me. But yeah, I I feel like guys that might like me um, too much are not guys that I should be with because yeah, I don't know. If someone really fancies me, um, it's just going to get annoying. Like that, like in the fish tank. There's a sort of horny guy, and then he kept just pestering. Like, literally, I don't know what's wrong with that horny fish, but every time I'm looking at him, he's got so much energy, always swimming around, and over half the time he's just trying to have sex with the two females. I don't understand why he just doesn't get bored of this and stuff, but um, that's why he can't. They always say that you should have the male guppy with three females because they can be like that. But yeah, most I don't think are that bad. I don't know. There were some at Kew Gardens, but they were kind of ugly ones, and they weren't doing that. But yeah, there's loads of them. There's hundreds in the Kew Garden main thing, and there was a few trying it on, but not that many. Not there were nothing like this one. But yeah, I don't know. It reminded me though that I don't know what kind of people should be in there, but with the Angel of Strength, it reminds me of my friend who who's we've sat on sofas and watched TV all the time, and he never tries it on with me. And there's a few other people, a couple. There was another guy who was a strong Christian, and he actually wanted to see me, not because he really liked me, I think he did, but I think he was trying to convert me into Christianity. And the reason why he didn't find me attractive was because I wasn't a Christian. Christians tend to, if you're a strong Christian, you tend to like only other Christians. And while if someone is an atheist I feel like part of something in their brain tells them not to like a woman unless it's for serious marriage and stuff like this. And so, even though I hate Christians, there is a good side to Christians, which is that they aren't very horny, and seem to you know they try to follow their God, which is someone who believes that you should only have sex after marriage or something like this if they're a very strong Christian. There is good in marriage. If you don't have DNA tests and you start having kids with lots of people, you're not going to have a clue. One, you're going to get diseases, and two, you're not going to have a clue who who's the father and stuff. And I feel like marriage was mostly set in by guys because they started being like, well, we don't want to be, just living in tribes, just getting anyone pregnant and not knowing who's off, and so they've kind of come marriage one to protect people from sexual diseases. Rape, I think, was always been, you all come from animals, and rape is just what animals do. You don't see the male guppy saying, "Do you mind if I have sex with you?" No, he just swims around the back and just stares at her vagina the whole time, and it's just like that is a weird thing. That guppy is weird, but that's what they do. They're just it's like they're programmed to just want that. But yeah, when you become human, you have to start doing things more civilized, and therefore marriage is a civilized way of preventing pregnancy outside marriage, or preventing rape and preventing people from having kids with guys that are just going to walk off because they don't like the parents. So marriage is a very good thing, and I do like couples, and I think couples should always be promoted as being a good thing, because it's when people get pregnant, it's best to get married, or it's best to have kids that are that have a mother and a father. It's very hard to raise a kid by yourself, so having marriage is a very good thing because it helps two people raise a child. It's not always necessary, and I don't take marriage seriously, but yeah, I don't want marriage to be completely destroyed or anything. I feel like I'm sending out lots of mixed messages when it comes to marriage, and I think that depends on who I'm talking to. If I'm talking to someone that thinks that marriage marriage should only exist, and you should only have a relationship if marriage only exists. If I'm talking to these people, then I feel like I want to just insult marriage. But if I'm talking about people like in the gay community who think that it's fine just to like bum everyone that comes through the door, then suddenly it's like, no, no, I prefer marriage, I prefer marriage. And so yeah, it's it's not even a middle ground actually though. I think when it comes to partners, it's more realistic, two people, things in pairs. That is more realistic. That is how it should be. But yeah, if someone does, like someone and want to get a third person involved, then that shouldn't be frowned on, basically. Oh, um, and and yeah, I don't know what types of people can be in the house. I definitely think that the Angel of Dance should be in there, because she has a really good energy, and I don't want too much attention on me. And so if there's some other hot girls that are attractive and can gain people's attention, then that would be great. I am happy for live feed and I'd love live feed. Um, but I think the truth or a reality of something that I'm going through is that I get very, very tired. Like I do a lot of overthinking. I'll probably spend a lot of time in the jacuzzi just sitting and staring, and I don't know how it would seem, but I'm not always a fun, exciting person. I can be a very boring person, and some people might look at me and just think, "All you're doing is sleeping all day," because I do seem to, when I'm not on the internet, even when I am on the internet, I am just lying in bed all day. So I don't know. Live feed is good, but 24-hour live feed might get a bit. Well, there's the whole thing. It's a group though, so if there is 24-hour live feed, you could just focus on different people and stuff. But yeah, I'm not like interesting all the time, because a lot of the time I am just stuck in my own head, just thinking about lots of different possibilities in the future, and what's the world going to be like in 100 years or 200 years or 300 years. And I'll probably do quite good at lots of conversations with Big Brother, but not talking to people that are in the world now, but talking to the people that are in the world in the future. But yeah, okay. Now I need to turn this off.